This is another interesting one that I ran into myself. This has never been declared a miracle. It hasn't really been investigated, I don't think, by a bishop. But, this is a video that was thrown up on YouTube, and people start commenting on it in the comments. So this is the, social media derived miracle, question mark. So in 1999, there was a mass at Lourdes, France, where lots of bishops there. It was broadcast live on TV. And there were two very large hosts on the paten. And it's not just the size one that's like this for normal mass. It's one that's like this, the mega host. And there were two of them placed on the paten and, flat down on it. And then at the moment of the epiclesis, if you actually find this video, you can search for it on YouTube. I can give you a link for it.
Yeah, do that, and I'll put it in the description below. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. At the moment of the epiclesis, when the priests stretched out their hands, invoking the Holy Spirit, suddenly the host popped up and elevated and appears to float above the paten. So if you see in the bottom picture there, you see how the host is not...
Oh, I see. So you've got two photos here. I thought that was just one.
Photos. One is the before and one is the after zoomed in.
Okay, so for those who are watching, check that out. At the very bottom of that photo, you can see the Eucharist is raising up.
The green of the vestment underneath the host on the left-hand side there.
Yeah, I got you. You know what? I thought that... now I see it's two photos. When I first threw it up, I thought that was the color of the altar cloth, but that's his vestments zoomed in. Okay.
That's zoomed in, okay.
How far did the Eucharistic host go up?
Go up? It floated about maybe a half inch or 2/3 of an inch off of the paten. And when you watch this, it's actually fairly striking. It's like, if you just look, it's a very low resolution, video from 1990s, right? SD quality. So you can't quite make out what's going on. If you don't zoom in, it looks super striking. Like, wow, this is something supernatural. But when I saw this, I immediately had a thought as to what was going on. As soon as I saw it, I said, I think I know what's going on. And it doesn't involve trickery or a hoax or anything.
Okay.
I'm familiar with this large type of host. And I know from experience that sometimes, because of uneven drying or whatever of the bread, they actually warp. They become almost like bowl-shaped or slightly saucer-shaped in one direction or another. And if you actually press those onto a paten, they'll kind of take the shape of the paten.
Got you.
So you have two of those hosts with a slightly concave shape rather than the purely flat one. And then at that moment of the epiclesis, it just happened that the warp of the bottom one flipped from being down to being up. And so you end up with the bottom host supporting the top host, which is still curved in the opposite direction. So it's like two bowls balancing on a point. And if you watch the video, you can actually see the wobble. The top host wobbles slightly upon this balance point as if the weight is supported only in the middle, because the weight is being supported only in the middle. And that's, if you look, zoom in or put your nose to the screen right now, and you can see the curve.
Yes.
On the bottom edge, like a bowl shape. You see the green color on the left edge or right edge or whatever, but you don't see it in the very center.
Yes.
Because the two hosts are looking at that point. And I posted a YouTube comment saying all of this.
Oh, I'm sure you were loved.
But you see, unfortunately, if we're too credulous or too quick to believe, that's a miracle, right? Without kind of doing the hard-nosed, skeptical kind of analysis, then we can see what we want to believe, right? Everyone has what's called confirmation bias. And so I come back to this thing that we're talking to skeptics, we need people in the church who are willing to do this kind of hard-nosed research and be able to say, hey, we've looked at this scientifically and really evaluated it.
Thank you for watching this clip. You can click here to watch the full episode. And I want to say a big thanks to our sponsors and to our amazing patrons for making all of this possible. Please do us a favor before you go. Click that subscribe button and then the bell, and that way YouTube will be forced to let you know every time we put out a new episode.